You think upgrading to a modern vehicle makes you smarter, safer, more in control. It
False
doesn't.
control.
Because the moment you buy a newer car or truck today, you're not buying a machine anymore. You're buying a system that can control you. And that's exactly why a growing number of smart drivers are doing something that sounds crazy on the surface. They're going backwards, way backwards. We're talking 15, 20, even 25-year-old vehicles. Not because they're broke, not because they're nostalgic, but because they've figured out something most people haven't yet. The system changed, and you didn't. See, you think when you buy a 2024 or 2025 vehicle, you're getting better engineering, better reliability, better ownership. But the reality is, you're not buying a car anymore. You're buying a rolling computer. And that computer, it doesn't answer to you. Modern vehicles are loaded with sensors, modules, software locks, and remote access systems. Sounds cool until something breaks. Because now, instead of fixing a part, you're dealing with coding, programming, authorization, and sometimes permission. Yes, permission. There are cases right now where simple repairs require dealer-level tools just to tell the car it's allowed to function again. Replace a battery? It might need programming. Swap a sensor? It may not even work unless it's digitally paired. Fix a module? Good luck. It could be locked behind manufacturer software. And that's where things get ugly. Because every layer of tech adds cost, adds delay, adds dependency. What used to be a $200 fix can now turn into $2,000, $3,000, even more. And here's the worst part. Sometimes your car is perfectly fine mechanically, but it refuses to work because software says no. That's not ownership. That's controlled access. Now here's where the shift happens. Smart drivers started noticing something. Older vehicles, especially pre-2008, 2010, they don't have this problem. No giant touchscreens, no subscription features, no remote shutdown capabilities, no locked modules controlling basic functions. They're mechanical first, electronic second. And that changes everything. Because when something breaks, you fix it. No permission needed. No software handshake, no waiting weeks for a dealer appointment. Just tools, parts, done. That's freedom. And that's where the pre-screen loophole comes in. It's not some official term, but it's exactly what it sounds like. Vehicles built before the explosion of screen-based control systems, before everything became digitized, connected, and locked down. Those vehicles exist in a completely different world, a loophole in time. They were built in an era where manufacturers still assumed one thing: you own the machine, not them. And once you see that, you can't unsee it. Because now, compare the two worlds. In one world, you've got a newer vehicle that looks amazing, feels advanced, but every repair is expensive. Every issue requires specialists, and every system is layered with control you don't fully understand. In the other world, you've got a 20-year-old vehicle. No giant touchscreens, no fancy UI, but it starts every time, runs without drama, and when something goes wrong, you or any decent mechanic can handle it without begging a dealership for access. So who's really winning? Now let's talk real-life scenarios. A modern truck's headlight module fails. You don't just replace the bulb anymore. You replace a full assembly, then program it. Cost? Easily over $1,000. On an older truck? $20 bulb. 5 minutes, done. Another one. Electronic throttle control fails on a newer vehicle. The system freaks out, puts the vehicle in limp mode. Now you're towing it, waiting days, paying hundreds just to diagnose. Older vehicle? Cable throttle. Simple mechanism, cheap fix. Back on the road the same day.
This is the breaking point for a lot of drivers. They realize something uncomfortable. Newer doesn't mean better for the owner. It means better for the system controlling the owner. And that's exactly why smart drivers are making a calculated move. They're stepping into the pre-screen loophole. Here's how it works. Step 1. They target vehicles from a specific era, roughly late 90s to mid-2000s, before screens took over dashboards, before everything became digitized, connected, and locked down. Step 2. They look for proven platforms, engines and transmissions known to last, simple designs, widely available parts. Step 3. They invest upfront. Instead of paying $50,000 for a new vehicle, they spend a fraction of that, then put money into restoring reliability, suspension, cooling system, seals, preventative maintenance. Now they've got a solid, dependable machine without the digital leash. Step 4. They keep control. No subscriptions, no forced updates, no locked features, no surprises, just pure ownership. And here's the identity shift most people don't expect. Once you drive something like this, once you experience real control again, going back to a modern vehicle feels restrictive, like you're being managed, not served. That's why this isn't just about saving money, it's about regaining independence. Smart drivers aren't going backwards, they're stepping sideways, out of the system. And the crazy part is, most people still don't see it. They're chasing bigger screens, more features, more innovation, while quietly giving up control piece by piece. But those who understand the loophole, they're playing a completely different game. And here's the part nobody talks about. The industry isn't slowing down, it's accelerating. More software, more control, more restrictions, which means this window, this pre-screen loophole, it won't stay open forever. And once it closes, getting true ownership back might be a lot harder than you think.